Good evening, everyone, and welcome to a map whose name I have no idea how to pronounce. But I have a man here with me who can pronounce it. Good evening, Paul. Yep, that's definitely how you say it. That's definitely how you say it. So,
Good evening, folks. It's very, very, very easy. Ostseeküste.
that's the bit. It doesn't look like it's got a Z in it. So it's Ostzikusa.
Yeah, or you can say it very, very strangely wrong, but pronounce it right. You can see East Coast Sea.
Okay. Because,
Or better, East Sea Coast.
because there is a coast. Although that doesn't look like the east. That looks like a northern coast.
Yeah, because you're looking upside down.
Okay.
No, it's really the East Sea, the Baltic Sea. It's I guess. So if you just Küste is coast. If you do it the easy way, it should be fine. It should be really fine. So East Coast.
I'm going to go with the Terralife Alpha map.
Yeah.
Because that works for me. That's in words that I can say. Good evening, Nightcloak. Good to see you. So the plan for tonight is so I'm not on the multiplayer server. Paul is taking a break from playing and streaming and all that stuff. So I've got my own save on the Terralife Alpha map. I have a field full of alfalfa in front of me, which I plan to mow and Ted and bale as we chat about various things.
Did you F11 this field?
No, I F12 this field.
You're F12, but you did so, right? Because it's a grassland.
Yeah. No,
okay.
I F12. When I loaded the map in, it was grass that was growing in the field. So I
didn't you take the safe game?
no.
Oh, okay.
No.
That's why I meant you can take the safe game and you can play whatever you want. So you had everything to do, but people would have been familiar with.
No.
So it's the base map.
Yeah, it's a completely fresh save. I thought I'd just have a field of stuff to work on in the background while we chatted. So
yeah, because the problem with this is if you don't use the safe game, you will have some flying fences or sunken fences because we updated the height map in the safe game because there were always those flying fences where we lowered the ground and all that stuff.
Yeah, I probably won't do huge amounts on here. So
Okay.
It was just something to have in the background, and I thought it would be. So I have not, apart from the little bits that I've done on your farm, I've done nothing really with Terralife. So
no, it's just that you don't have to worry about what is happening here, what is here wrong. So this is just me telling you.
Yeah, I thought it'd just be fun to do. It's a nice little field. I've got some reasonably large equipment. That's where you go. That's what she said.
No, I'm too old and too tired for that.
So
to be honest,
got a couple of ultras, and an old Fent and a class with a baler. So yeah, I thought it would be fun to show off some of the something in the map. I have tested that it actually works. So evening R and Rainer. It's very weird that he's not on here as well.
Yeah, I don't know why he's not in voice. He could visit us in voice. It would be nice to talk something about Farmcon and so on. So Rainer, if you want to hop in,
we could. Last night or yesterday afternoon, I streamed and we were talking about wrestling as well, which is one that Rainer loves. So
shh, don't talk about last night. That's what she said.
It was actually the afternoon. So I am trying to. I don't know. Is the game sound okay?
I can't hear anything.
Okay. It seems very loud to me. Oh, because you're on Discord, aren't you?
Yeah. Yes, I am.
That problem that I used to have when I watched your streams. So
I'm totally enjoying being the lazy guy now.
Yeah, and you have no delay in voice.
Oh.
Okay, so you can't hear any game sound, and I can hear way too much game sound. That is interesting.
It's because I'm on my
No,
office PC. I had to switch the microphone to have a at least decent voice of my
yeah.
own, but everything else is very.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn that down a bit. I'm going to turn that up, and then I'm going to turn that up a little bit. And I don't know if there is game sound now or not.
Tomby, hey, Smog Farmer, hey.
So yeah, it's incredibly loud in my headphones. So actually,
you know what is really funny? I just watched the stream on Le Petit West where you were in voice with me, and I was trashing the Alfalfa in FS19.
Good times.
Yeah.
That feels a very long time ago when we were Terralife alphaing in FS19.
Yeah. It really was.
And there were
good time and long time ago.
Yeah, there were lots of very cool things in those videos. So if folks want some hints about what might come, you could go watch those again.
I'm not sure if Rainer is visiting us in voice or not. I hope he does. Pete, hey, Houston, hi.
Hey, everyone. So, because Paul has the easy job, I'm going to probably...
I have your job that you have normally, so don't call it easy.
You always called it the easy job.
Yes?
It is definitely the easier job not having to do the driving and the playing and the looking and the reading and the talking.
Yeah, you funny little British man. Now you're playing safe without driving over the roads, just in the outer corner of the map.
Yeah.
No traffic.
Yeah. I'm not going to make it hard for myself.
You see what you're doing? You're destroying the field, honey.
Why am I destroying? Okay. We should talk about that.
You're not using four-wheel drive, huh?
Is that why why the crop's getting ripped up?
Yeah.
We are learning.
At the moment we are using it's not our mod, it's the Slip Destroys fields.
Yeah.
That we just use as an example, so to say. For the resowing of the Greenland.
Yeah, I probably don't want diff locks on. I'm going to slow down as well. Because these modes go incredibly fast, and I'm probably going too fast. Yes, we have switched jobs, Mock. Because, as I said, Paul's taking a break from streaming, but we wanted to have a chat, and I'm trying to achieve Twitch affiliate this week. So I need to stream pretty much every day this week to achieve that.
I'm not taking only a break from streaming, also from farm sim in general this week. It's just that I wanted to support the English stream because the last couple of weeks we had a lot of not done streams. So
yeah, lots of migraines, lots of too busy with works.
Yeah. And with me setting up the new PC and getting the fiber, and of course it could have gotten a very fast installation of the fiber, but of course not, because now I've got fiber in the house, but they didn't connect it to the road because they couldn't find it in the road.
But yeah, relatively, how many years is it you've been
4
waiting?
years.
So if they take another month, that's a very small percentage that they're late extra.
Yeah.
You know, so it's an interesting calculation.
How Farmcon was, it was really hard. It was a lot of fun, but it was very time intensive.
You worked very hard over Farmcon, didn't you?
Yeah, there were, I would say, at least 20 or 25 people where I said, "Oh, are you here tomorrow too? Then let's talk tomorrow, because I had an agenda that of talks that I had to make, and because those people that I wanted and needed to talk with were very busy too, so it was very hard to come by. But I got all managed, and it was really nice. Met a lot of very nice people for the first time. A lot of old known people, so to say. That was really cool. It was really cool.
Reconnected with some people that appeared on the stream about a year ago.
Sorry.
Farmsim guy.
Oh yeah. So, yeah, it's because that I really like him. So like Farmer Cop too. But I'm not in that fanboy phase. So it's for me it was not that obvious. It was just I met him and sure
You met him and talked to him and
yeah. He was not on my agenda, so it was just nice talking to him. It was very interesting because I got invited to Farmcon by the Agrarasse. They really said you can do holiday here, so we will relax. And then before and after Farmcon was total holiday. They were so nice. They really took care of me, and there was so many nice talks about everything, not just farm sim. It was really nice. And during the day it was a little bit stressful, but it was also nice meeting some guys like Austrian Agrardesign Austria, our new and one and only family partners. To meet them, it was really cool.
I guess, is that the first time you've met those guys in the real world?
Yeah, by recognizing them. I think on other farmcoms I saw them, but I didn't know who they were, and they were not on my agenda back then.
Yeah.
Because only the last farmcon was a farmcon where I had to do stuff for modding. But I really didn't know them, and so we basically had a date.
Very nice.
And I met here Bavarian Redneck Timo. I met Timo for the first time in real life. He's an absolute funny and nice guy, exactly like I thought he is.
Did he have a set of animated cow appendages with him?
No, I watched his balls, but they were perfectly animated.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. And the drinking habit was also perfectly animated. So he's a pro in animation now.
Unfortunately, Bavarian, you are going to forever be known as the man that animated that certain missing feature of male cows for Terralife.
Yeah. No, he's a really good one. He's a really good guy.
I have kind of mixed feelings about whether I would like to go to FarmCon. It would be cool to meet a lot of people, but I think I would find it quite difficult because there's a lot of people. And,
it's not difficult.
And I generally don't like crowded places, so.
Oh, we can make small crowds on the table, so you have your quiet place.
Yeah, so maybe one year. Maybe one year.
I mean, here and then people come and want an autogram or a photograph or come. The difficult thing is when people come up to you and they are nervous. And you really cannot make out, is he trying to punch you in the face or is he just nervous and wants to... So it's really... So like, hey, you're the alien Paul, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're doing Maze Plus, right? Yeah. I love it! It's really hard to if you want to do the first strike, it's not a good idea.
No, I guess it's because people have seen your picture and things, they know what you look like, so they know who you are, but you don't know who they are. And I guess that's the case for most of the bigger creators that go over there, or modders or whatever. That
Pete, I don't talk about DJ anymore because he showed me his true face in the last 5 minutes I was at FarmCon, and he's kicked out of any relation and partnership with me.
Yeah, we don't do DJ. Farmer Cop cool.
Yeah, Farmer Cop is cool. He promised me that he will bring handcuffs to the next FarmCon. I said it would
What?
be very very hard in what is it called, the transition on the airport.
Yeah, what you two do in the hotel room in the evening is up to you.
No, it's just really because he's a real life cop.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but how is it called in on the airport?
This airport security.
Yeah, security in a transition. I think it's in transit or something.
Yeah.
He said it would be hard to bring them through, and I said you can bring the fluffy ones. It's okay for me. and FSG, yeah, he's also very nice. The best thing was that I finally met Mr. Silly P and his wife again.
Yeah.
It was so happy to see those two because they are really the nicest, most polite, and cutest couple and people that I know. They really are. They really are. I adore them so much. And last FarmCon he couldn't make it.
Mm.
So yeah, it was. I think the last time that we saw each other was on Agritechnica, and I was so happy that he was there.
No, I've not watched any. Have I watched any? I don't. I think the only thing that I've seen him on from FarmCon was FSG's vlog.
Yeah.
I've not watched any of his videos yet. He's got a couple up as well, I think now. So.
I do not watch the content of Mr. CDP because he's doing only console.
Yeah.
It's really the personality. Because I met him back in the Farming Simulator League. He was a caster.
Yeah, was he
So-
commentating when you were playing FSL?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I really know him from there, from that part. So, and I really got to know him a little bit better. It was really nice.
You know him as the person, not
Yeah,
the YouTuber.
yeah. Correct.
So.
I didn't know who he was back in the days, and we even had a rough start because he commented on a game, something live that was totally wrong. And I came up to him afterwards. I really came up to him. What are you talking? What is? Did you even play the game? And he said, "I'm sorry. I that's the first time I'm doing it. I'm normally playing on console. What did I do wrong?" So the approach was very bad. But then we got into talks, and it was so nice. It really was so nice. And after that,
Yeah.
it was really. He's really a really good person, and I really adore his wife. She's also very very nice, and those two fit so well together. They're polite, kind, just adorable.
It must be a really strange mix of people there because you've got these mostly the demographic of people who make videos about driving fake tractors tends to be largely, at least from the stuff that I watch and from like the sounds of the kind of the people that you spoke to, generally kind of older men. And you've then got this small army of wives being dragged along that are either, I don't know whether they're interested in it or just tolerate it because it's like, I want to go and support my husband for the weekend, or...
Well, there was this one wife with the two kids. She's the wife of someone from G-Portal.
Mm-hmm.
And she took the tour, the factory tour with, and the little boy was, I think he was 3 years old.
Yeah.
Maybe, or 4. He was really bored, and there were some younger dudes that did a lot of shit, and of course he orientated himself on them. Yeah. And so, but they were talking German. He didn't speak German, so he couldn't hear what they were saying, but he was trying to imitate what they were doing. And in all this hectic, he ran with his head against the table. And then I had to say something to the dudes because I said you should be an example for little children and stop this bullshit. Or
Yeah.
Yeah. So and we got into some little bit of talk, and she said she has nothing to do with farm sim. She has nothing to do with any of that. She just came up with him to the happening and tries to keep the children busy, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's I'd say it must be a very weird mix. So yeah, and thank you, Hayward. I appreciate all the stuff that Paul does as well. He's pretty awesome. And
What?
evening, Mr. Kartek.
What? Where are you?
Hayward Industries, High Disturbed and Paul appreciate all you do.
Oh, you're faster than me. Why is everybody else always faster with reading the comments than I am? After you explained, it popped up.
Yeah,
Wait, let's pop out the chat, or do I have to switch to the moderator view?
I have no idea.
Am I moderator
You
with you?
should be.
I'm
Pretty sure you are. Pretty sure I made you a moderator.
Pop out chat.
So I am doing a brilliant job of ripping this alfalfa field apart.
Yeah, it's
which is
the way
fine.
I love you.
Which is fine.
I like you.
Because it probably only will be the only time probably that this has anything done to it. So. And there's always F12.
Yeah. No, so that was really the interesting bits of meeting people. Farmcon was 99.999% very nice and positive and awesome, except for the last 5 to 10 minutes. I don't want to go especially on the topic itself, but I can tell you that much. If people are telling that they left the partnership with farming agency, it's not true. I removed over 130 so-called partners, Maze Plus partners, from farming agency Discord and from the partner program and all that, because a partnership is not a one-way street. It always should be in two directions, and with the project that we have, it's a very big project. You have to be very careful on who your partners are. And with those, there were also guys like Oxygen David, Daggerwin, that I kicked out of it. And back in the days, it was already our 82 Studios. So those guys are, I don't know. I don't want to fill in any hatred or so. It's just it felt like I hurt their egos or something like that. Because who am I? Basically, what I got said is, who am I? What kind of asshole and small buck am I to criticize or say something against those modders? So this is where I just this is why I made the post. I just want to go get up front of it, that they don't spread lies like they left and I'm the idiot. No, I removed them.
The story is that it is now the partnership element of Maze Plus and Terralife is for people who want to partner and work together, not just take stuff.
Yeah.
And that's the story. So.
And on the other hand, we will do everything Terralife related. The maps have to be on ModHub. They will be under the farming agency label. And everything that we get from Giants will be spent for charity. So that means that Giants doubles the income that you get there. So there's no money making with Terralife. And that's, of course, a little bit bad for people who do mapping and stuff only for the money.
People may not be aware that with ModHub, you do get a small amount of monetization for mods, and Giants provide an option that rather than the modder getting paid that, it can be donated directly to charity, and Giants will double it. So every Terralife map will have that option selected.
They never bring up Terralife or Maze Plus on their streams. Yeah, that's because we don't need it anyways. Because we don't need to have people promoting stuff and doing the promotion for money. We are doing the Terralife because we want the feature in the game and want to see the feature and want to break the limits. If you do farming simulator stuff for living, then of course you have to do everything for the money, and then you lose yourself a little bit, I would say. It's, of course, we are happy when you guys tip us and donate stuff, but it's free to do for you. We don't bend anything for it to make you more donation to donate more or more downloads. That's really, we really don't care about if it's got 100,000 or 1 million downloads. The fact that it's in the game, that we can show what is possible and that we can make it as realistic as possible, that's the goal for us. So we don't look at the money, and this is why we had a team meeting and we agreed 100%, everybody in the team agreed on that we will put the Terralife project out for charity. Of course, the private projects that the guys have, and me with Maze Plus, for example, we will keep the small amount of money that we get from ModHub. But everything that the farming agency as a team does with Terralife means the map has to be on ModHub, the map has to be or the income has to be for charity. And of course, this doesn't taste well for some people. And yeah.
But
and
what were some of the good things that you can talk about that came out of Farmcon? You spoke to a lot of people, and a lot of it we can't talk about. Obviously,
yeah, most of it we can't talk about, but
yeah.
I can give a little hint. For example, I talked to one of the Giants guys, and I said we have an idea on how to do a thing within FarmSim that is not that performance hungry, to make it look much better for a certain amount of crops. And he blinked at me and smiled at me, and he said, maybe you should watch my what is called Vortrag, my presentation. Later on. And I just thought, okay. Yeah, I missed, of course, the presentation, but Robert Bull was that fast and posted some pictures of the headland of the carrots, for example. Yeah, that you have that you can plant in one row in one direction and also in the other direction, and it will show actually up in two different directions. So they already picked up on that, what we were trying to achieve. Not in the finished version as we try to do, but it's already in the game, so it's a start.
I think with things like that, if Giants have implemented even 30% of a feature that we're trying to create with Terralife, that's probably a big percentage less work. I don't want to put numbers out because I'm not Glowing or Akimobil or Bavarian Redneck or any of the other guys doing scripting to put words in their mouths of how much it helps. But it does help if elements of what we want are in the game engine already.
Yeah, it's like you want to take your car out of the garage, and it helps if your wife already opened the garage.
Yeah.
So to make it that easy, as an example, and for all those guys who are wondering about the coming expansion with the carrots. Oh, now I'm getting goosebumps. Well, let's put it that way. If it will work with Terralife, it even will work with Maze Plus. Because yeah, you have to trust me on that. It will work.
Yeah, so the good things are coming to those of us that are playing with Maze Plus.
And the And the other thing is that the carrots that they bring and the new harvesters that they put in, they absolutely complement our carrots. So you will have two different types of carrots in the game with Terralife then. So they exactly complemented our stuff so much. I cannot even tell on how much. Paul, do you find they are receptive to the ideas, or do they not take criticism well? No, they are very open, and they are grown men, and they react on their own even. So they look into stuff up front, and they are very open to constructive criticism.
Linked to that, are they excited about what Terralife is bringing? Are they people that play with Maze Plus and might want to play with Terralife?
No,
Ah,
they do not play the farm sim that much. The guys I talk to, because they're too busy building.
yeah. I guess if you spend all day building stuff in Farm Sim and testing stuff in Farm Sim, you probably don't want to go home and load up Farm Sim.
Yeah, just look at FS19. With me having so much with the updates, I had no time and
Yeah.
no energy to play the game
If
at
it,
all.
I guess if you work, it's yeah. I think most of us probably don't go home and do the same thing we do at work as a hobby. Well,
I opened up to a couple of guys at the Farmcon from Giants and also from Creative Mesh, and I talked to Wobster. I basically gave them what what is it all about,
hmm,
and they basically all gave the same answer. You guys are crazy, with a big smile. It's yeah.
yeah,
So yes, they are all interested in, but I think because they are all within so deep within all that, they are very down to earth, and they basically say, let's see when it's ready. Let's show when it's ready.
yeah. I'll
So
come back to your question, Tom, because I just want to pick up on Kartek's point about if you work in the car industry, never own a car that you worked on. I'm going to extend that to nobody else ever own a car that Kartek's worked on. He gets blamed for all of the issues that happen with my car, and I'm pretty sure he never worked at Ford. So
but can you implement these fruits in your map too? Yes.
I was going to pick that, but you can answer it.
Yeah, you can put the fruits in also in mod maps, but you have to install or have the what is it now called,
The
platinum
no
expansion,
premium expansion.
the premium expansion.
Yeah,
So there's a kind of a dependency,
yeah. So
but
Giants said, I think on the day that the information was released, that it would be available for modders to implement into maps. So it's not like some of the stuff that's in the Platinum expansion on Silver Run, where it's basically locked into the map, and we would only be able to use those crops on one map. They have been,
no, it's in the base game. It's
yeah,
integrated. The crops are integrated in the base game, so they really made a good jump forward
it's going to be really
for it.
good. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll be able to grow carrots again, which, as a person who almost never eats carrots in the real world, makes me really happy.
Well, just stop your tractor, press escape, go to the crop overview, and don't fire up any rumors that that it was go up.
Which one am I allowed to click on? That one?
Top, on top, on top, on top.
Oh, there's carrots.
Yeah, so there will be two sorts of carrots then later on. So we will integrate the ones from the DLC too, and there will be two sorts of of potatoes. The good thing is, the way or why we picked those carrots and those harvesters that we have is because it is from real life. And oh, we have a partner, by the way. Rural Landwirtschaft is now our partner because he was there too, and we had the chance to talk to each other. So that would be nice too. And those belt harvesters that the Giants brings now would have been much too much for us to build those machines. But with them building them, and with them now being much more open for modders, we can implement other crops now too that would be harvested by belt harvesters. So that means, again, they basically complement us and we complement them. So with the hay and forage DLC, with the coming I forget the name, a premium expansion, with straw harvest, all that stuff is Gulweil, that all that stuff is so well fitting into what we are doing. And by yes, they have an interest because they basically looked in different mods and how to make it compatible to each other, so that there is not a big updating after release of the DLCs. So yes, they are very interested. Yes, they are very cooperative.
Yep.
And because they also want to have Farm Sim being the most awesome game out there.
I'm not sure, Kartik, what will happen if you don't have the premium DLC and the map has the premium fruits built in.
The way I understood it is that you should have to alter your machinery otherwise, because the sowing machine and the harvesters won't work. Because I think the crops will be in the base game, so that should work.
Okay, so the crop.
It's like with cotton.
That was before my time.
No, it's like with cotton or any other crop. You can plant it, but if you don't have the machinery, you have to pick up the pickup and let it down again. This baler is crap with the pickup.
That's good, because I brought this one to test for wanting to use it on another game. So
no, I wouldn't recommend it. Not with Rare, anyways.
So it sounds like you, even if you don't have the premium edition, you'll be able to use the new crops. You just have to wait for the right machinery to be released as mods.
Yeah, or you change your vanilla machinery to it. I mean, it is a very, very small timetable for us. I mean, when the DLC drops, we have just a couple of weeks, I think 4 weeks, until we release our Terralife. So as far as I know, there will not be that much of adjustments. The good thing is that the field types, root types, and all that stuff will fit, so that we can change our second carrots to another field type name, so that we can make it different up front now, directly from the start. Of course, we cannot change. I'm not sure if we cannot change the crop that much as we want to. That I don't know. That we will see when we have hands on the DLC. But you will have 2 different carrots, of course.
It really feels like they've listened to the community feedback over the Platinum expansion by opening up the key new bits to be used in the game without requiring it and without it being locked to the name of the map that I don't remember, because I'm great with names.
Yeah, I mean, what I said before, the problem, or not the problem, but they have put in more high types into the game. They have put in more fruit types into the game now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is, if you would integrate it globally with the patch for the DLC, it would kill everybody's save game when it would be globally implemented into the maps, right?
Yeah.
Because of the loading order. So this is why I said they can only bring new crops with a new map to have it implemented there. But I think, and it should not hurt if it is maybe they changed the loading order or something like that. But it does not change if you put it afterwards into your map then.
Okay.
So it should be possible.
So
I w-
it sounds like they've done a fair bit of thinking about how to make the release go somewhat smoothly.
Yeah, and this is what I always say. Giants is very open, and they know that modding keeps the game alive. But they really show now with the mods that and DLCs that they do that they really know their game too,
Mm,
right? They deliver very high quality stuff. So it's really a win-win.
yeah. So far, the second season pass, from what we've seen that is included, I think has been much better than the first year.
Uh,
From my view.
yeah, it depends. I mean, um, I'm not sure if I should go in that muddy water, but uh, the first one was a little bit more American,
Mm, apart
and
from the grapes.
yeah, apart from the grapes, but I think the way the American community behaves in Farm Sim, they do not deserve any DLC anyways. So the second year pass is really for much more people
Mm,
interesting.
yeah.
Um, and I think the third year pass will also be very amazing
Mm,
because I think they know now on how to handle the community.
yeah.
Uh,
Yes, Pete, I do have four-wheel drive on. You can see the little icon in the bottom right-hand corner.
but he's playing with keyboard, right?
Yeah.
And when you do very fast forward backwards, that's the same problem Rainer has too.
Mm,
If you do too fast, you have to drive smooth.
yeah. This field clearly shows how smooth my driving has been.
Yeah, totally.
You know, that is a shining example of how a farmer would work his field in the real world.
You know, there's one thing that I really can't make out. Where are the bales?
They have not fallen out of the back of the bailey yet
Okay.
because there aren't very many of them.
Um,
There you go.
so there so there were a lot of talks on FarmCon with other modders and very interesting things that I learned and I really appreciate everything that other modding teams are doing and the way they are also open. I had talks to people that hated me for the last couple of 2 or 3 years, and after they talked to me, they said, "Well, you aren't that asshole that I thought you are," and just when you can explain stuff
Mm,
instead of having to defend yourself against rumors, it is really it is the deal, right?
yeah.
In Discord and so I always have to defend myself against rumors, but now they could get the information straight from the well. So
Yep.
and all of a sudden, oh, okay,
Yeah. That's a brilliant idea, Nightcloak. I am pre-cultivating with the tires. I like that. Yeah, I was when we were chatting the other day. I said there are many different versions of Paul that different people see and think they know you, and I
yeah,
think it's more when people get to know you more, they learn that the actual Paul is a decent guy. So,
yeah.
I,
It's always I reflect how people approach me.
mm, yeah,
So that's just what happened on the weekend, for example.
mm, yeah. So there's a whole bunch of bits that were discussed with and yes, we're being quite cryptic because a lot of it at the moment we can't really share, but I think the important thing is lots of really good stuff was spoken about with giants and with modding teams about enabling some of the things that will make all of this work really well. So I think that's the thing that that's at a level that we can share with everyone that you should take away from FarmCon if you're excited about Terralife?
Yeah, and we, as I mentioned before, our partnership or family clan that we basically can call it with Austria, Agrardesign Austria, where we get another map. So the map Alpenflair, even hillier than the Holzar map, will come also with Terralife now. Um, and the good thing is they are the official class modding team, and they have other partners. So they build high quality machinery that exactly fits into that what we are doing, where we do the features for. So that means we can complement their partners and they can complement us. So it's a very close collaboration with totally open cards to each other. And the good thing is that we know each other now in person, and we like each other in person too. On top, that's the best start for such a thing. So I can spoil something. We were looking for a crane for the hay dryer because we have HSR hay drying from Austria as a partner. So we have the whole dryers and how they are called. We have that, but we didn't have a crane. The good thing is Agrardesign Austria has a crane, but don't have the dryers. So their map and our maps will have HSR hay drying and a crane. So it's
So everything's going to work together.
yeah, and so much other things where I cannot speak about will be there too. Do you have all the mods? Did you download the complete mods
Yes.
folder?
Yep.
Go under Greenland weeder, please.
Grassland care.
Yeah, I think it should be there. Click on the Gütler, please. No, too fast. I wanted to see if the icons are in there.
Down here.
Yeah, okay, they are. So you
Yep.
can then Rainer put it in there. You can take it and then you can sew the patches that you made.
I was going to
without
get something to collect my bales first.
Without destroying the whole grass.
Yeah, I don't know if this is the newest mod folder. It was the one that I had downloaded from the last time that we played. So,
will we see Alien drive a fire truck in future? No. If there is anybody asking for my Alpenflair is written with 2 E's, not AI, honey. My opinion on the fire truck DLC. I'm totally not into the fire department, all that stuff. I really am not. But I got why Creative Mesh did it, and so I appreciate their work. You have to think about every machinery or feature or what else is done in the game. What you do as a modding team, you learn by doing stuff. You learn new stuff by doing so. And I see it just as a project from them to learn new stuff. So it's okay. The mod quality is high and all that stuff, so it's okay. But it's nothing for me. But I appreciate the work and the effort that they put in there. And I know that there are a lot of people role playing stuff like that. And that's the good thing in Farm Sim. You can do so.
that is a mod that has really divided opinion. Is there are people that there are people like us that appreciate it as a really good mod, but won't use it, and it doesn't matter that it exists.
Yeah.
There are the people that absolutely love it because they want to be firemen. And there are the people that seem to be full of absolute hate because
hate and anger. Yeah.
because a modding team have chosen to do something. That's really interesting how much more damage you do with bales on.
Yeah, with the wheel loader.
Yeah.
Anyways, with rear, I think you activated rear, right? Because I deactivated it on the server.
I just selected all of the mods.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
Yeah, actually, no, I didn't select all of the mods. I disabled manual attach when I realized I had to get out of the track to attach something.
Yeah, you should have disabled rear too, because Rhinon and I, we disabled it because you will destroy your whole field with stuff.
Yeah, but this was just to have something in the background anyway. So I may never come back, but I do like how rich I am.
Yeah, you just became more attractive to me because I'm only out for the money.
Yeah.
I'm a gold digger, you know.
I am, as the saying goes around these parts, Kartek rich.
Yeah, I'm just picking my partners not for their for the stuff that they can do. I'm just picking them for the money I can make with them. Oh shit, we're doing for charity. Damn it! I my business plan doesn't go up.
No. Wait a minute. With me, it's my sparkling humor, isn't it?
Yeah, and your I love your blonde hair, your long blonde hair.
Yeah.
You should not pick clover. You should pick alfalfa seed.
Is it those alfalfa seeds?
Yeah.
So much cheating going on. So will this operate now as a seeder?
Yes. In the base game, when you use it as a seeder, when you have patches on the field, it will completely use the whole working width. So you will have a completely brown field afterwards.
Okay.
In vanilla, it should not do that yet. So
we'll find out, I guess.
Yeah.
So
it's not cheating. It's this is testing.
Testing.
You know, with other modding teams, you have to pay on Patreon to get early information in development and pictures, and we just doing fucking it for free.
That works.
You can you can see the development.
I am getting started. Pete, I earned that 9,686,000 in the little bit of time I had setting this save up. I worked my backside off. I did not F12 in a whole load of money so I could buy whatever I wanted. I guess
I don't think. I don't think. First of all, I don't think that that Model Eich's opinion is well settled here at the moment. And on the other hand, it's a third-party DLC. So on how much it is sponsored by giants, nobody knows, or nobody should talk about it. So it's not a valid point to make, and it's not upon us to decide what is in the business plan for them the right choice.
I do think there is a general misconception from the community about how mods are made and how people choose to make mods and which mods are made. And that's my opinion. And it comes from the endless posts. When are they going to do this? Why aren't they making this mod? And I get the impression that a lot of people think there is this central overlord that's sitting there going, right, you are going to make a Ford TW35 and you are going to make fire engines and you will make a Minions front weight.
So sorry to interrupt you, but this is the basically the problem, Nightcloak. It is a DLC, but people think DLC is always the paid content from Giants or that you get with the Seasons Pass, but every mod is a DLC because it's downloadable content. The DLCs are just paid DLCs. And this is where they get upset when you hear DLC. It's a DLC. It's a mod package. It's a whatever. Terralife is also, or Maze Plus is also a DLC, but only because people have the wrong perception of knowing what is what, they really start to they put anger out there that is so unnecessary.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
unnecessariness is what I think it frustrates the people that are a little bit more rational.
Yeah, and people, this is all with this bullshit free speech. Yeah, everything gets excused by free speech. If you're bullshitting out, if you have an opinion,
Yeah.
and you have to force other people to this opinion because it's free speech, this is really annoying me at the moment the most. That people say bullshit, and that, yeah, it's free speech.
Yeah.
So if there is no brain activity by opening the mouth and saying something, I don't meet you, Nightcloak. No, don't get me wrong. Then it's always labeled as free speech and it has to be out there. No, it hasn't. No, you don't have to take up every bullshit that is out there. And this is also why I made the post for the partnership, because I want to get upfront of those bullshitty opinions and stuff that is out there.
Yeah, I think that's the one, the freedom of speech, and everyone thinks that just because yes, you can say your opinion, it doesn't mean your opinion is right or valid in any way.
In my opinion, free speech should have the same rights. Oh no, the other way around. Free speech has to have the same freedom as peeing or shitting. Yeah.
If you do in private.
No, it's no. I mean, if you want that I piss in your hand or shit in your hand, it's the same with free speech. You don't force stuff on others. You have the possibility to say what you want, yes, but if you do not use your brain, if you don't think about the stuff that you're saying, and if it is necessary to say it, don't do it.
Yeah.
You don't have to force it on others. It's nice if you have your opinion and you want to say it. I have no problem with it, but don't force it on others.
Yeah, and don't expect people to agree with it.
Yeah.
I can be quite opinionated in the things that I say, and I don't expect people to agree with me. And yep, they definitely are. I'm doing an even better job of destroying this field now. I'm reseeding it.
Yeah, you have the.
Is it the realism wheels mod?
Yeah, that's because the tractor is not. It's annoying. It's really this is why we switch it off the rear mod.
Yeah. It did say I didn't look. I just went.
Okay, Pete. We're going there. Yes, we're going there. You triggered me. We're going there. What the fuck are people thinking? Making a 16-year-old girl that is only saying or talking about a problem their target. What on earth are those grown men thinking, targeting this little girl only because of free speech? Don't talk about Greta or say something about Greta that you don't want to have other people say about your daughter. Point. If your daughter comes home and says there is a big truck polluting the school, I can't breathe, you don't put your opinion on the girl. You say, okay, we have to do something against the truck. Really, I'm totally. Really, this is something that pisses me totally off. That old dudes are going after a girl, and also the parents of Greta that they use her for. Yeah, but that's another topic.
I hadn't even seen that, but we'll put the pin back in that hand grenade, I think.
Okay.
Apart from the fact that I have some mods installed which I would never normally use, and they are making this job more frustrating, I'm kind of liking the ability to reseed.
Yeah. And it's just this is at the moment it's with slip destroys fields.
Yeah.
But it is planned to have it like a random thing. For example, if you have some boar
Yeah.
They will destroy your maize or cornfield or your grasslands, maybe completely, maybe just a part of it, and it happens very randomly. And we want to do something like that. We won't have animated boars this farm sim, but we will definitely have next farm sim, because our ball animator is already working on it. But we will have it so like a I mean, you don't see the boars anyways most of the time when you come to your field. It's destroyed and you see it. So it's something like that it is not the big tracks like here. But with our crop destruction and all that stuff, we can implement stuff that you have, of course, some slip on grasslands, but combined with the moisture on the fields.
Yeah.
So that it is not randomly like here where you totally
destroy the whole field.
Yeah.
So the cool bit there is the get to work, Bavarian redneck. You got some animating to do. Again, it's another one you see quite a lot of on posts on Facebook. It'd be really cool if we had, your crop, something come and destroy your crop. Well, now you might have.
Haywood. I have thought about the possibility that they could ask me and I would decline. I will never do something like that. Because first of all, I see no sense in all that stuff to do so. I'm no YouTuber, no streamer. I don't want to make money out of it. I don't want to gain downloads or stuff like that. I want to get a message and some education to you guys that works with the streams that we do. And an interview will never have the opportunity for me to do so. So it's for me very unnecessary to do so.
And from my point of view, to answer the same question, I tend to keep my face away from things. And one of the requirements of doing those is you have your picture in stuff. So,
come on, you just don't want to spoil that you will be the next Bond. They pay you millions and millions to keep it a secret because everybody thinks that they will pick. Oh damn, I forgot his name.
I would say think more. I was going to say Jason Statham, but FSG's got that locked down. And
yeah, no, Henry Civil is in speech for it, and you kind of look good to get into the role before him.
Yeah. The Witcher.
Yeah. And I would actually pay to have DJ, I would say, Disturb. So I will call you Diddy now because it's easier. I would actually pay to have Diddy with a paperback on his head do an interview.
You know when they do those interviews on TV where they're protecting people's identity and they're blacked out and their voice has changed.
Yeah, and then they picture the email of the guy whose name is.
Yeah, we could do that. We could do that. A bit like, so, slightly differently to Paul, because I do YouTube. I do that kind of thing. But I really don't have an ambition to be that YouTuber. And that's no offense meant to the people that have been on there. I am not someone who aggressively promotes what I do. It's to some extent, it's why my YouTube channel is quite small. I just let things happen naturally.
That's what she said, right?
Yeah.
It's quite small. Let's happen it naturally.
This tractor is still not.
The pictures
is still not helping. The whole reason that I'm doing this happened naturally. It wasn't like I emailed Paul and said, "Hey, I want to be part of the farming agency and do your videos." And everything that has come from what I do is has been natural growth. And so I'm not going to be the guy that turns up on a giant stream going, "Hi, I'm this person." It's one of the bits where I said earlier I would quite like to go to a Farmcon, but I have concerns about it. Is again, it's meeting lots of people, and being a person that people suddenly go, oh, you're that guy. So I tend to
I
live.
mean, I have no problem to show my old fat body and face up front. This is for me. That's not the problem. It is really I don't want to sell myself.
Yeah.
And with no offense to Kermit, but of course he has a certain role book after he has to do stuff. It has to promote Farm Sim.
It's,
And when I do promotion for Farming Simulator, when I say, hey, buy this DLC or do this, it's because I'm really into it. It's not because I get any money. It's my honest opinion. And
yeah.
I want to keep it that way, that you guys always know that I do stuff and say stuff because I think so, because I'm very I don't know the word for it now. I just stand for what I'm saying. What you see is what you get. So
Oh,
I will when I say it's good, for example, the year 2 seasons pass, the DLCs that are coming, they play so much in our cart. They cater us so much, and I really love those DLCs because we can cater, on the other hand, those DLCs and give them much more features with the stuff that we do. So this is my honest opinion. This is my really what I'm thinking, and yeah, this belly rubbing, I don't need to do so.
yeah. I think, yeah, again, uh, you generally you will get from both of us our honest opinion on the stuff giants do, or good or bad. So
But this example is that I reached the revenue, that I overshoot the revenue that was needed for Silver Partnership, but I still haven't it.
yeah,
Everybody else would have it right away because they yeah, I don't know.
you're just not saying the right words. Yeah.
Bent over? Or what do you mean for right words?
No, you're not the one who tells them to bend over.
Do you think so?
That's why
This
you don't have silver partner.
Steve was with us, the Scotsman from the Agrase, and I learned a little bit Scottish up front.
Yeah.
So I know that "kiss my ass" in Scottish is not not offending someone. It's just like
Term of
shut the
endearment.
fuck. Yeah. So and I said bend over. I will not kiss your ass, but I will sign your ass. My name all over your ass. So actually, I told someone to bend over, but all the guys with Agras and Agradis in Austria, and there were guys from my team also on the Farmcon. Rainer was there, Matt was there, Deutsche was there, Bavarian Redneck was there, Glowin was there. It was such a pleasure to meet them in person. I mean, Rainer I knew. We met a couple of years ago already, but the others I didn't, and it was really nice and have those talks, and that's really what I like. And most of the time when I want to talk to giants, it's a private conversation, so I don't feel the need to have those interviews. What I really would like is maybe it's possible, maybe it's happening one day, that I will organize a face cam and have maybe a podcast with Lars, because I really like and love this guy. Without him, I wouldn't be in Farm Sim and not in modding, and Maze Plus wouldn't be there and all that stuff.
He does seem like a very cool guy from the bits that I've seen of him on
Yeah,
stuff.
he's also within the boundaries of his job. He's a very honest guy, and he's straightforward, and that could be a cool just podcast to talk to each other. But I'm not sure on how big his interest or on how big his timetable is. Maybe there's not even a chance to do so. But it would be talks about this and that, not just Farm Sim in special. And it would not be a promotion or whatever, just to talk, because I miss talking to him really a lot. He was very busy on FarmCon. I got my fair amount of time with him, but it was not that much, and I'm not that important so that he could spend a lot of time
Yeah.
with me talking. Uwe wouldn't be anywhere inside the farm sim community if he would not get something to eat out of it from time to time.
We could have a cook. We could
Oh,
have cooking. We could have a cooking show.
oh, I can tell you that I really got on my boundaries on the weekend with food. I basically had breakfast, and then we ate in the evening. Um, and over the day, I didn't eat anything. And on Sunday, on the trip back, we visited Robert. The first time that I was at Robert's restaurant,
Oh, was it good?
and oh, oh, it was like an orgasm on the tongue. No, really, really,
Mm.
the small chocolate cake with the with the ice and fruits afterwards, it would not have fitted into it. We shared one cake with with four people, because we were was heißt denn jetzt satt?
Full.
Fed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, full. Uh, and I had something that I never had eaten before. It's called Schäufle in German. I don't know the English translation. It's something with pig, pork, whatever, shoulder, bone, but it was so amazing. And after I ate that, I was so full, and I couldn't recognize myself. Normally, I would have eaten 10 of them, but I couldn't. I can't eat that much anymore. Drinking is okay. Drinking works still fine, but eating is not that.
I definitely think you're right, Pete. I should probably have just reseeded the whole field. It would have maybe been quicker, but
I can rephrase it. It was a firework, but a positive, not a bad one. No, it is really. I mean, um, the whole restaurant from Robert. I never thought that it is that big, that it is that nice. It's that modern. It's wow, and the food he makes is really. I always said go there because the food is good, because so many people told me that it is good. But now on my own experience, I just can, and it's not expensive. The the um the half grilled chicken with potato fries in the beer garden the evening before was €2 more, less food, and it felt like fast food.
yeah.
And so it's very fair priced, and he also buys only regional products from regional farmers and all that stuff. So it's also well paid to the producers. And I really can only say, go there. If you are there, go there and take me. It's amazing, but you have to make a reservation, because with these reasons, the local is always full, totally full, outbooked.
That's probably a really good sign, though, isn't it? If a restaurant is fully booked from local people, that
Yeah,
generally means it's really good.
yeah. And he has 180 or 200 places to sit. So
Wow, it's big. It is big.
yeah, it's really it was awesome. It was really awesome.
I'm giving up on trying to reseed this field. I'm fighting a
Yeah, yeah,
losing
yeah.
battle.
Yeah, with you basically who let the boar out? Who did he did?
Yep, yep. What I'm doing is I'm demonstrating the effect that you might see on Terralife when the boars have got at your field overnight, and
Yeah,
you come back in the morning, and it's like, where's
yeah,
my field gone?
and when you go with wet conditions on the field.
They are
Oh,
nice tram lines, aren't they, Pete?
conditions and permissions. I don't know if anybody is watching it who would know who I mean, but I want to give a big shout out to everybody who renewed the permissions that I had for a couple of months and years in person. That was really a big deal for me to have absolutely permission for the stuff that we wanted to do. And there are so many topics I can't talk about.
Yeah. I guess the thing is that do you know yet, or can you say yet when we're going to be moving from alpha to beta?
Um, we will have a meeting that is not announced yet. I'm sorry, guys. For Saturday, or Sunday or Monday, where we make a little wrap up. Who has to do what? I would say that we cannot start the betas before August.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a bit in a problem here, because when I say, oh, it will take 6 weeks, then the guys who are working on it say, oh, we have time enough. So I hope that we get it earlier, but it is basically the truth that it can't happen before August.
That's not that far away.
No, it's not that far away, but basically I wanted to do the betas before or at Farmcon, so within this week, and the Maze Plus update should have been out for 4 weeks now. So there is so much stuff always changing, and yeah, and I'm sorry for being just a human, that I had to take a break, and but I've learned from the past farm sim that it's better to really do the break.
It's better
Even that,
to take a break than to break.
yeah, it's better to take a break than to break. That's correct. But I mean, when I take a break, the others do too. So that's always the problem. So if you're wondering how necessary a team leader or someone like me is, it's very necessary, because if you don't push them,
I think with any complicated project, you definitely need someone coordinating and controlling, and this is meant in a light-hearted way. With trying to herd modders, which is a bit like herding cats sometimes. You need someone to be doing that and making sure everything's going in the right direction and stuff. So, evening, Glengar boy. I assume
how are you doing?
You are the Glengar boy.
Yeah, yes. How are you doing? Long time not seen. You finally to Twitch. That's so amazing.
Yeah, I yeah. So part of my day job that pays for all of the random stuff that I talk about, the fact that I buy, I do a team coordination role, and it's really important because I also have a herd of cats. They're not modders, but they need herding just like the cats do.
You filthy little. Of course you're famous, and of course you made it just to the English streams when I switched it over to Disturb. He's the official farming agency English ambassador now, and he's doing the English streams. So no more on my channel. So you can visit here every week.
Almost every week.
Yeah, hit this. But of course you can hit the follow and subscribe and like and whatever button on my channel too, of course.
Of course.
Yeah, I think on YouTube he has, but I didn't see him. I think I didn't see him since the last time we streamed on YouTube, the English streams.
I've decided that I'm going to just destroy this mess of a field.
Yeah.
Just to have a tractor moving in the background while we talk.
Venga Boy is as famous as the Venga Boys, right? The Venga Bus.
And they are really famous. So, yeah. You know, as long as you're old enough that you actually know who the Venga Boys are.
You've been on my Twitch. Well, you didn't write that much then. But forgive me, I'm old, so
and knowing the age demographic of most of the people that watch my stuff, they are probably old enough to know who the Venga Boys are, and that the Venga Bus is indeed coming.
Oh, yesterday evening I went to the statistics of YouTube, and I can finally announce that I got rid of everybody below 14 years now. I have a big fat 0 at 13 to 17. Yes.
I'm not sure with mine. I think most of the demographic for mine is kind of around my age, which sort of makes sense with, you know, I generally don't try and appeal to people that aren't like me. So
Yeah, this is why I'm not streaming after Modelleiche anymore. It's really it's not no front, but I don't like to attract that. I mean, we have young people in the team too, but they are from their mind they are much older.
yeah,
So this is basically the thing, and they always expect to have shiny Insta pony stuff, and we do dev streams. It's basically we do dev streams, podcasts, and where we show stuff up front and that you don't get that you don't see.
yeah. We
on
are
other channels.
definitely not going to Ibiza Cartech. That is far too loud. I actually have 1.6% that are in the 13 to 17 age group.
Yeah, you see.
And the majority are actually younger than me. So the majority are 25 to 44.
Terralife is coming very well along, very well. We have, I think I would say we have quadrupled the original features. But we're not done yet, of course. They are not all in yet, but with 8 to 10 professional scripters in the team, we are basically limitless. The only limit is the engine, and that's what made Giant smile too. I said, we have that many scripters, we're doing this and that and that. And I said, so basically you are the hindering now.
Yeah, and the guys are working hard to break the limits of the engine, and one of them is just there with glowing. Good evening.
Hey, where?
I'm a
Oh yeah. He's in violet on my
Yeah.
on my screen, so I didn't recognize him.
Ah,
Then he's also a very crazy guy because he went back from Farmcon with a train ride, and you can do a lot, but don't give him his laptop and a train ride from 4 hours because he does crazy stuff. So it was such a blast to know him in person now too. It was really nice.
putting face.
And he's even older than I am, so I was not the oldest at the table. That was also very nice.
Is that possible?
Yeah, you asshole. Oh, fuck off! Come on! What's wrong with you?
You know how it works with us English people.
Yeah.
That means I like you.
Yeah, I will sign across your ass too. Not only the Scots.
The same way Kartek pointed out that it's not hard that most of my audience is younger than me.
Holy moly.
You know?
You know what's the problem with you? Well, you know what the problem with you is? It's the same with me. When we both don't have migraine, we're assholes.
No, we're wonderful people when we don't have migraines. We are beacons of sparkling lightness and joy.
Yeah, that's what she said. Yeah. Don't sparkle too much joy.
Yeah. I don't think Paul is quite as old as God's dog, but it's close.
What?
Kartek's comment: isn't Paul older than God's dog?
No, I just got what you said, but I can't believe that you said it. That's so what?
So, let's try and bring it back on the rails. Yes, Glengar Boy is going to be a whole different game. It's trying to think about the bit that I'm going to try and have to do, which is explain to normal people how this stuff works. Is quite mind-blowing.
You know that the best running gag at the moment is someone new is coming into the stream. What is this Terralife? Can you explain what it is? And what?
Yep.
Short.
Yep.
The destruction that is at the moment in here is not part of Terralife. It's the slip destroys fields with a very badly running rear mod because the vehicle are not fitted to it. But something similar like this will be part of Terralife.
Yeah. This is mostly me badly selecting mods to very quickly put a save together to have something running in the background.
If you just would have asked, I would have told you, Rhea, deactivate or you will destroy all your fields.
Yeah,
But
I'd totally forgotten about us talking about this feature because it's been a while, and you know my brain's tried to kill me a few times since then. So
I don't know if he has set it to medium on the server. We have it on the first stage.
It's whatever it's set to when you first load it into the game.
Then it's way too high, anyways.
Yeah. So it's fine. This save may never be loaded again. If it is loaded again, I will have probably F12 in another job to do. So.
And it's planned that we have it just on grass fields and clover and all that stuff, and of course with the wheels only with a certain amount of moisture. So it's basically the same idea, but installed a little bit different.
The bit that is part of Terralife is you can see my very bad attempt at trying to reseed the damaged bits. And what Terralife does is rather than you destroying all of the crop, it just lets you seed in the bits that are damaged, which is very clever. So.
Your last name is German. It would be awesome to visit Europe, so FS helps with how things look there.
Hayward German is a very strange name. You're right. I really am a bit of an arse when I don't have a migraine.
Mm-hmm. but I still love you. I mean, this is why I love the Brits, the Scottish, and the Irish, anyways.
Yeah.
You basically cannot insult them without them laughing at you. But if you don't know them, if you're a typical German and you don't know them and you get easily offended, then it's really hard to have nice talks and good beers with each other.
The bad, if I'm not suffering, the bad dad jokes are definitely a feature, which my wife hates and my daughter loves. So.
Now the thing with the boars is that normally you have in real life often destroy them, the cornfields or the grasslands. I think we can manage to let them pop up in certain areas, but we decided not to have animated boars in this farm sim. Just the imagination of maybe they are doing it in the night or something like that. Just to get the feature in, and the next farm sim will be, not talking about it yet, but yeah.
Do we have to tell people that the animations don't exist? So that people, for the boars, so that people are sat in the fields at night looking for boars that might destroy their crop.
Oh yeah, we can make giveaways.
Yeah.
For the first picture.
First one to get a picture of a boar.
Yeah, and then someone is using a placeable and putting it stationary and just putting it in there. Then we shot in our own foot. No.
Yeah. Then we could link it up with the Hunter Classic, because I don't play this modern Call of the Wild stuff, and we could go hunting boars.
So maps need to be integrated into Terralife, right? Not like Maze Plus. Yeah. At the moment we are with Terralife at 1.8 or 1.9 gigabyte without the map. We have to polish it and dial down a little bit, but so just that you get an understanding on how huge Terralife is.
Yeah, it's kind of the opposite way, isn't it? Is the way I tend to describe it. That with FS19, with Maze Plus and Forage Extension, you added Forage Extension to a map. With Terralife, you add the map to Terralife.
The volume of features and scripts and XMLs and textures is so high that really no map is that size. So We basically have a base map then, an empty map, where you have to put in your map. Because the small details like roads and fields and houses is compared to the other stuff. Yeah. And this is why there will be no do-it-yourself update and stuff like that. It is just I'm open to mappers approaching us. There are already some that are interested in, but they have to have a certain amount of skills to do a lot on their own. Yeah. Modders can have their maps having that, but the requirements, most of the requirements are not in their amusement line, so to say, because the map has to be released on ModHub. The map has to be set on all income to charity. So, and people who are doing it for the money and the attention, of course, are not interested. There will be no permission for any map that is not being released on ModHub and set to charity.
We are going to do a very good thing with Terralife. It'd be interesting to see how much money that actually raises to help people.
Yeah.
I don't know what the charity options are on. There's a list on, isn't there, of charities that Giants want to support?
Yeah, you have to scroll very down to the bottom, and there is then, and at least you can do charity work for aliens.
Yeah.
Of course, it is not.
I'm pretty sure, Kartek, we will see multiple versions of maps because people will want a version that can go on console.
Yeah.
And I suspect that what is more likely to happen is that someone will release a map as the standard map, and then they might approach the farming agency to do a Terralife version, and then that would be a separate version.
Yeah, but the problem on this is that we will not build it in. We will not merge the stuff.
Yeah,
you have to do it on your own. So the way it was in FS19, where BGO and I did over 130 maps, no, we will do our maps. And luckily, our new and one and only family partner, Agrardesign Austria, comes up with another map. So that means he can build on the base map straight away on the base map, and others will have to put work and effort into it to do so. Of course, we will give here and there some help, but the way it was in FS19 will never happen again.
And I'm guessing that's going to set a bit of a bar for entry, because it's going to require map makers that are comfortable doing things in XML land.
Thüringen, yes, of course, Nightcloak. Castor and Flowy are part of the Terralife family, and they are in the you're not in the Terralife Discord yet, right? So, yeah, I forgot about that. No, of course, Castor is family too. Agrardesign Austria and Castor, those are really family partners. They are so close as no one else, and those are the guys that really take it serious with partnership and collaboration and working together on a solution and not just taking stuff. Glowin says, I think this is a really amazing attitude because my mods are made for charity from the beginning of my modding career. Yeah, and Maze Plus is not, because the 20 or 30 bucks that I get every month from there, and the 70 to 80 bucks I gained from YouTube, I really needed to put food on my table, because I am that fucking old and that fucking ugly and that fucking fat and that fucking poor. I really needed that. But we agreed, I mean, you were with us in the team meeting, we agreed 100% everybody in the team that we put it on the farming agency ModHub account, because we have nothing on there, and we will put it all to charity, and it was really, no one was against it in the team. Oh, DZP is there.
I better not crash.
DZP is is I love you. I love you. You know that. He sent me the John Deere cup. Did I tell you about it?
I think you did.
Yeah, and he's always sending me beer and stuff. And this time he really shocked me because he sent me a sign from Deutz Fahr, also metal sign, an old one with an old tractor on it, and he did not put any message in within the Amazon box, so I didn't know who it was until I asked. That was a really big surprise for me. That was really nice of him. He's a total John Deere fan, but he sent me a Deutz sign. That was really nice of him.
I keep checking my. I'm expecting an Amazon parcel to arrive today, and I suspect it's not going to. So,
It's not?
no, it says delivery by 9 p.m. and it's currently 20 minutes to 9, and it's not even showing as having been being out for delivery yet. So,
Oh, okay.
Which is not a problem because I don't need it tonight, but a little bit annoying. So,
You know what really amazes me is the community as itself. They don't have to, but they do so. They always take a look at my Amazon wish list where stuff for my personal private daily need is on, and they actually think about it and send me stuff. So why should I take money for anything? It's the big for me. It's the biggest appreciation that people play our stuff and think it's okay what we do and like it and say, hey, we want to help you out, instead of the others who always say, yeah, if you pay this and that, then you will get. It's so annoying. It's really so annoying. And when Robert came first up with the idea with the charity, right? And then we talked about it. We had three solutions or three ideas what we would do. First, we would collect it and then share it or divide it up under the team members. Wouldn't have that much of an impact because most of them have very good jobs and they really don't need money or don't need the money. The second was we collected and we use the money for when we have a team meeting to buy beer and food. And then the third solution was with the charity, and there was not even one no. There was straight out, yes, good idea, let's do it. And Glowin said he does it already with his mods, and so we knew on how it works, and it was straight out, yes, we do it. And that hurt a lot of egos out there I mean, I'm talking open about it, and people know that when I say so, then I'll do so. So there's no backdoor where you can get in and maybe this map different. No, if you don't do it, if you don't bow, then you're out of it.
yeah. Kartek, I'm just not going to sleep tonight with the pillow not arriving. It's unfortunate, but what's another night? And
Take it.
and speaking of night, Tom. So the bit that hasn't been mentioned, which I have been pondering for a little while since I heard about the charity thing, is I am expecting to be doing a whole shed load of Terralife tutorial videos when Terralife releases. And the money that I get from YouTube from those videos, I am also going to donate to charity. It won't get doubled like the giant stuff will, but I was sitting here and I was feeling a little bit hypocritical of, saying how awesome it is that the money from ModHub is going to go to charity, and knowing that I would probably, it's not going to be a huge amount of money, unless Paul gets me to the 20,000 subscribers he keeps promising me. But it feels like, kind of sitting here saying how awesome it is that the money from ModHub is going to go to charity, when I know that the videos that I make are probably going to make me a few €100. So whatever I get from those for, I'm not sure how long, because I can't do it forever because I'm going to have to sit and split it all out and stuff, but probably for the first couple of months of release, I'm also going to donate to charity. Probably a mental health charity.
Yeah, and this is just what I meant is the appreciation of if someone is using PayPal or Amazon Link or whatever, to say, hey, I want to support you because I like your work. This is something that I appreciate totally. But that you know that if you download the mod or the tutorial, that you do automatically something good without giving us anything, is something that I really like.
Yeah.
But I learned that people who are influencer and modder who want to make money with it, they don't like it, and I don't fucking care.
I,
because we agree as a team totally on it, and the feedback that we get from our community, from the people that watch our streams, no matter if the German, the English, or even the French, they all agree on that and say it's a bold move, it's a good move, we will support that, and this is really what counts, right?
yeah.
If you do something good and people acknowledge it and say, yeah, that's nice, we will support it, I like it much more than having those yeah, if you pay me Patreon then you will have 1 week earlier access and blah 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 and whatever. That's not us.
Yeah.
That's really not us.
In terms of publicizing it, let's picking up on Kartek's point. We're obviously going to be hammering it in the streams, and I think when we are releasing stuff, all of the I'm assuming I'm talking on other people's behalf now. All of the material that goes around release will have that in great big huge statements everywhere. So I know because I'm going to be writing a lot of the words for the manual, it'll be in there. It'll be over every video that I do, to make people really aware that what like Paul said, by downloading the mod or by watching the videos.
Yeah, when we do
You are,
the beta streams and
yeah,
and the posts, it will be in there. I mean, there was a little post I made on Monday. It had another issue on as topic, but it was in there too. If you watch, Katik, if you go to the Maze Plus Discord in the news channel, there I made a small post right above the pineapple on pizza. So
controversial.
at the moment, at the moment we don't um, speak about it that much. It was just yet now with talks about Farmcon, but it will be later on. There will be specifics, and of course then afterwards we will share on how much money is made, because we don't have any other mods on the farming agency account on ModHub, um, and all the private projects from the guys are on their account, and the mod powered by farming agency has no connection to the downloads or stuff like that. So we can openly share what farming agency is doing on downloads and what it will bring to charity. So there's a monthly invoice, not invoice, is it invoice?
Yeah, invoices close enough.
Yeah, so
There's a giants tell you each month how much your mods have
yeah.
earned, and so I think it's really good that it's going through as the farming agency, and yeah, it was only a small thing that we did, but it reminds me a little bit. I don't know if he's still watching, of when Farmer On and his wife were decided very quickly that they needed to get married because she had a brain tumor. And I don't know how much my community contributed, but it helped a little bit because the guys helped donate a little bit on their Just Giving page, and I gave some from whatever I'd earned that month off of YouTube, and that kind of thing is kind of what I like about having a community around each other. She's fine now, by the way, for the people that don't know.
I would absolutely prefer that there is not something like a donation count, because it's not about the amount, it's about the fact that.
Yeah.
And I really do a bad job in I got approached a lot on hey, did you know he and whatever, and can you make a donation call, and it's very hard to do so, because when to end and when to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you suddenly, yeah, but you did it for him, why don't you do it? Yeah, so, and just on top of it, just to mention, I mean, I'm my own my biggest project, myself, to get my life straight.
Yeah.
But with farming agency doing so, It's anonymous, basically.
Mm.
It's just that I don't know if we can pick or if Giants picks on where it goes to.
I think you get to pick. I think there's a list at the bottom of one of the pages on Mod Hub, and I think you can
Yeah,
pick from a list of who it goes to.
yeah. So it's not d- you know all these TikTok videos and reels on YouTube where people approach a burglar or something and give them money and put them in shame that they have to react and be
Mm.
I don't like that. If you want to help, you do so and you shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You don't bring people to shame. So, and this is what I really would like to do, so that we do it, okay, but we don't have to make a big deal out of it.
I
Because
think.
I'm a little bit afraid that it gets the wrong people will get the wrong impression, and it will get into our faces. To be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
So this is why there's not that big of a promotion. It's just what I'm saying is, and you can take me for that. No one will get Terralife on his map who's not willing to release on ModHub under the farming agency with the income going to charity. Point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's all you guys need to know. That if you download from ModHub from the farming agency, that it will go to charity. And we don't want to make a big deal out of it. We don't want to say, hey, we are the saints or something like that. Nothing like that. It's just we think it's not fair to have this team project, any money divided up between us, because we all do it because we want to learn, we want to get further, we want to break limits, we want to show what is possible, we want to do from the community for the community, and that should be enough. And on top of that, we don't need the money because you guys always use PayPal or promo codes, or even, as I said before, my Amazon link. You do show us that you appreciate our work, and that's more than enough. And you do it as you like, and we don't give any pressure on it. And the other thing, it really has not to be a big deal to show up.
Yeah. Two bits. One Nightcloak. You're right. People will always find a reason to hate, or an excuse to hate, whatever people do. And just to finish up, in case anyone is curious, Farmer R's wife did have her tumor removed and is doing really well. So
Nice.
just to finish that story, which could have ended really badly, and
Yeah.
I didn't want to leave people hanging. So yeah, but that was another one of those things. It was just like he didn't ask anyone to. I think he or his family or whatever shared the link, and I think he might have sent it to me, and I decided to try and do stuff.
Yeah. No. I'm sorry if maybe it is because of the translation.
No. There was nothing to worry about. It's cool.
No, it was not judging you,
Yeah.
but people approaching me a lot.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, or no, not funny. 2 years ago, when the flood happened here, because I have no money, and my son and my sister-in-law, they lost everything, and I had no way to help them at all. I tried to use my followers, my how
Community
Reichweite,
influence.
my reach,
Influence.
the reach of that I have with the people I have, to share his donation link, and you have no idea on how bad people approached me, that I would swindle money and all that stuff.
I'm sure. I'm
Yeah.
sure.
So and afterwards, people approached me and said, "Yeah, I donated $10 to your son and your sister-in-law, but I have 2 other friends who need help too. Can you help? Would you share it?" And this is where I learned that's a bad idea to do so, because when you have this week this guy, next week that guy,
you can't do every single one.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's from my point of view, it's the benefit of having a fairly small community that I don't have the reach that you do, and so there aren't every week people coming asking for that. And to be honest, it was something that I did because it was a friend, and there was no backlash from it again because I generally, I'm going to say generally because things change. I generally don't attract too much of the negativity that goes around stuff so far.
Yeah, because you don't offend people that much, because you don't say no, you don't get it.
Yeah.
I have to say to people, no, sorry, you're not.
Yeah,
Sorry.
saying no to people is
Yeah.
generally a good way to upset people.
And setting my health in front of all the guys who thought, I will automatically get Terralife and all this stuff in FS22 because I had it in FS19 and I didn't do much for it. No, I removed them, and now I have to deal with the broken egos.
Yeah.
That they really tell lies. I even am not allowed to say to people, for example, editor studios, to say, hey, when you do a mod that is based on the wardrobe mod, and you change it, wouldn't it be nice to say, hey, you need the basic wardrobe mod is from Braven, you download it on ModHub instead of putting a link where you can download the mod. And that was the beginning argument with DJ, for example, that he said, what am I for a buck to criticize the greatest modder of all? And this is where I learned, okay, guys, you are all into the money, you cater each other, and money, and this is annoying. This is really annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pete, I would say that it's the opposite. I think my Discord is full of dicks. But they're not they're kind and warm-hearted ones, which probably sounds really wrong given the multiple different languages people are listening in.
So your Discord is full of dicks. They are very hearted. This is so wrong on so many levels.
Yeah, it does sound so wrong, but yeah.
So, you hardened dicks. What the heck is going on with you?
So
A4D, Brian, hi, how you doing?
A4D, it's even more famous names. So I have said, the people in my Discord will probably agree. I tend to attract people that are a lot like me, and that means that a lot of them have a lot of the interesting additions that I have, which makes us quite a strange community sometimes. And sometimes, yeah, they can be dicks, but in the right way.
Yeah, the good thing is that the idiots I don't call community. The idiots are just out there.
Yeah.
The community is very, very full of nice people, and they really the idiots sort themselves out anyways.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm in the position that I do so as I say so. So I give a fair amount of warning. If it doesn't work, then they get banned or kicked. And if I would have been the guy that is looking for the most followers, the most clicks, I really had to think about doing so. But I don't care.
Yeah.
I have. For me, it's better to have 50 people watching a stream and being interested in having 500 and saying, "Hey, I'm the big YouTuber." No, I'm not.
Yeah. Yeah. It's why I've always gone for, as I said earlier, I don't really promote the stuff that I do that much. People find it. If they enjoy it, they watch it. If they don't, I don't care. I make things that I'm interested in, or I enjoy, or that I would want to watch.
Yeah.
And I think that's partly why I found a bunch of people that watch my stuff that are very similar.
I've stopped sending mods for early access as a result. Even in our team, not everybody has from Terralife everything.
Yeah.
So that's just the way it is. Is it necessary that you have it? No. Okay, you don't need it. You don't get it, because that's just in a world where people really want to shine by Insta and whatever. That's the worst thing you can do to give them stuff.
Yeah.
I have some trusted people that of course will get an early access, so to say, but because they have to prepare some stuff, and you cannot expect them to wait until it's downloaded and then have until it's released and then have stuff ready. But I know I can trust them with that. and it doesn't matter if we come along good privately, but I know just they will never share stuff, and there are not even a handful of people that I trust that much. So if there would be anyone in the community paying me $30 to get an early access, I would say no, because just because you're willing to pay $30 for an early access shows me that you are also willing to give it away
Yeah.
for.
I think 40's right that a lot of the time, the people that are asking for early access are asking because they want something for them, not because they want to help you make a better end result.
Yeah, I mean, for D, I asked him for the New Holland baler, so that we can implement it into Maze Plus, and he declined. You whatever you are, but we put in the bales anyway, so your balers are working with Maze Plus, and you don't have to do anything for it. So you're welcome.
But clearly you were doing that for your own benefit, so I can understand why you didn't do that.
What?
My dodgy sense of humor again.
What? What? No, it's just for the small bales. I needed it.
Yeah.
And then he didn't even he didn't release the baler. Shame on you! I will sign your ass cross over also. No, it's just it's very 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 rare that I ask people for something.
Yeah.
And we're just talking about it. Chris, the Irish game. Hi, how you doing?
Every person that I have seen unhappy that others are getting early access is, in my opinion, because they want early access to get some benefit out of it.
Yeah, they want to shine and they want to post some pictures.
Yeah, I'm not going to complain about the fact. Yes, so I to give you an idea of my expectations when I was part of the farming agency. When I got early access to Maze Plus, I was very surprised. I didn't expect to get early access as early, but actually it came with a whole bunch of work. It wasn't just, here's early access to Maze Plus. Yeah, I can just go and play and make all the videos I want to do. Suddenly, everything that I was doing that was Farm Sim was testing Maze Plus. And I was getting, and I wasn't getting video views out of it. I was sat on my laptop playing in private, and
don't forget you're part of the family. You're the English ambassador of the farming agency. You're in the administration now. You have signed the NDA, so you're. I mean, I will come over and get your dogs, your wife, whatever.
Do you want to come and get the dogs? I would really love to sleep later than 4 a.m. every day. I'll pack them up now.
I got a very big window where I can throw them in the castle yard here in the water, and they can run around. It's just what I just wanted to say is, you did all. So you're basically the safest person, from the not long years knowing whatever, yeah. But with you, I didn't feel any of it necessary anyways. But there are people who would sign it, and I wouldn't feel well either.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
And for me, the NDA was just was a legal step that was required. The actual terms of the NDA kind of are implicit in being involved in this stuff at that level. And so again, I'm not complaining about the fact that I got early access to Maze Plus. I was shocked that I got early access, and what I'm trying to point out is that it wasn't just a oh cool, I'm going to go and play with Maze Plus now. Yeah. It was I then spent probably doubled my amount of time playing Farm Sim doing testing.
I know that it was released on your website and it was not for profit. No, that was not the reason. I wanted to have it to being released with Maze Plus so that we could make some special additions to it. But with one partner saying no to making the bales anyways, it was not that of a problem. So we just put in the hay. Or the other fill types, and it was okay. So nothing nothing happened here. I mean, most people didn't know or don't know that your betas are working flawlessly with Maze Plus, but I think they should have assumed after FS19 we did it anyways.
Yeah, the number of times that we get people turn up saying, I'm using the Heston balers and they don't work. And it's like, which Heston baler are you using? Because if you're using the 4D ones, they will work.
Yeah, Brian, if you use the same, you can test it yourself with Maze Plus. We got the bales in Maze Plus, so you don't have to put them into the baler for playing with Maze Plus. Or on the other hand, if the bale format is still the same, your baler, the small one, is working without any changes out of the box with Maze Plus, and so does the bigger ones. The is it
The
the
Heston
what is it?
baler.
Yeah, Heston, New
Yeah.
Holland, the changeable. Those two we made from the beginning work flawlessly with Maze Plus. And we even put I mean not that I told you, right? I told you that with Maze Plus you don't need a separate wrapper and all that stuff because we integrated it. So I took nothing from you, but we just made it. We created new bales that were in the format so that it works flawlessly. And this is just what I'm saying. You don't always need early access or stuff, or yeah, stuff like that for the users out there. But some modders might need to know what you are working on so that we can make it compatible from the beginning.
Mm.
And sometimes people are jealous and don't want to do it. And for example, like with Straw Harvest in FS19, we are partners of Creative Mesh and we are friends of Creative Mesh. We went to testing, so of course I wanted to make the Straw Harvest work with all the stuff, and it yeah, showed that there was a bail type limit in FarmSim because of that all of a sudden. So we could do it up front before even it was released, and this is where it's a quid pro quo, so to say, yeah.
Yeah.
But with having people out of the community paying for early access, why? Why? Why early access? Why? To make money.
Yeah. Totally. Details for Terralife. There's going to be bajillions of new features. That's probably the short answer. The long answer is probably beyond what we can cover again.
Now, the short answer is I came up with this over the weekend, over the Farmcon. Yes, we left some features from FarmSim in the game. Untouched.
Yeah. Yeah. Which
Not
one?
much.
Which ones? Because you're changing the animals, the crops, the yeah. I guess you place buildings in the same way still.
The start menu is the same.
Yeah. Yeah. Logging is unchanged.
Yeah.
I think that's about it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Pretty much everything is going to change.
There's one feature. Okay. There's just one feature he wants.
There's only one feature I want. It's called Terralife Plus. Yep, tractors work the same, I think.
Oh shit. Oh shit, I forgot to send an email.
Ah.
Our Matt is working on way over 40 Deutz models still. So to be able to make big ridges before planting potatoes using a bed tiller and bed former. Ah, you mean for the destoning of the, yeah, but that would mean that you need a 3D ground. That's not possible with the engine at the moment.
Yeah. Aren't they sort of trying to do that in the premium with the ridges?
No, they're just making the dams.
I know it's just
They're
a
making,
different texture.
yeah, no, that they're doing the dams, but what he's meaning that you basically do a dam that is 1.50 meters wide,
Mm-hmm.
and it gets what is called zeep. It goes through the machine and picks out all the stones and puts it right in the bottom of the big ridge that you make.
Okay.
And afterwards you go over it and form the dams so that the stones are very very below, and it's all. And this is not possible in FarmSim.
Okay. So you can you explain to a non-farmer who you've just got really interested? So the reason they make those ridges, and I've watched, I spent a big chunk of a day watching a farmer ever so slowly ridge a potato field. What they're doing with that is the stones are being pushed to the bottom of the valley,
Yeah,
so that when you take the harvester over, the stones are nowhere near the harvester head.
correct.
Awesome.
There's ridging. Is there ridges for carrots? Um, I'm not sure if there are with the expansion coming with us. There definitely is. We have carrot dams, but we have also another row with our carrots and onions and all that stuff. Oh, it's called destoning. I was not that far, but the zeep. What is zeep in English? I don't know.
I do not know.
Why? You should learn German.
I tried. I'm still trying. See, I think Cartec's right. They put them in ridges so the potatoes come out the right shape.
Sieve. It's called sieve. Zeep is called sieve.
Sieve.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you're you're sieving the soil to take out the
Yeah.
big stones, and then the bit that was interesting to me is that you are dumping those big stones in the bottom of the valley between the ridges.
Yeah. And it's not always done like that. People also put it on the headlands and get it away. But this is not possible with the engine at the moment that you have a decent thing, because when with the height maps and all that stuff, it depends on which angle you're looking at the dams. It can be that you are on the right side of the tractor and the sowing machine is correctly in the middle of the dam, and then you go on the other side and it looks quite different because of the shadowing. So it's much better than it was before, and it's really nice, and it's okay for me. But just imagine that with big dams, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, and I guess like 4D says, you could have an intermediate cultivation state that gave you a texture that looked like it, but it's going to be a flat texture like these are, rather than a three-dimensional texture.
I mean, we have the possibility to put in over 60 new ground textures and over 60 new spray types and all that stuff. So we have basically covered that already. We have 4 different planters and different stubble cultivator stages. We have that already. That's not the problem, but the problem is the amount of work putting into the texture it worth for the outcome? And the outcome is not. No. We're planning on having the rotting system, yes, but not only hay and straw.
But it's complicated.
Oh, come on, Brian. You know that you can't buy me. You tried that twice already. Yes. There must be your Irish background. Money can't solve everything. No. The good thing is, I would never sell my soul to the 4D devil. I need potatoes fixed. Just come on. You you wait till Christmas when Terralife is out, then you have 2 different potato sorts and 2 different kinds of potatoes that you can harvest and do. And then afterwards we talk. We can talk for the next one. I mean, I would like to have a T6 VW bus, so we can talk about everything, but bribing has to be in material stuff and not in money.
Yep. The potatoes have got to be perfect.
Yeah. The funny thing is that none of them even knows how our potato harvest goes because they're so drunk always.
Oh, harsh. And you say about me stereotyping people.
I never said that I
So,
don't.
no, that's true.
I never said that I
That's
don't.
true. And Kartek, yes, it is a very good idea. I think Realismus modding had it with seasons in FS19.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I think they had the idea originally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not they had not the idea originally. They just put it in the game the
Yeah.
first time.
Yeah.
But yeah, if it is stereotypes are just statistical probabilities.
I knew I liked you, Nightcloak. I knew I liked you.
No, it's just the problem is we have the capability and the permissions to do so, but we want to do it a little bit better. The problem is, can we put it all in one game?
Yeah.
Because I think people don't get on how much uh, synchronization power and engine power we will need to have all working together, because it's huge. Just keep in mind, there are seasons features missing, there are soil compaction features missing, there are soil mod features missing, there are precision farming features missing, there are controlled traffic farming features missing, there are animal stuff is missing. We will have a completely new crop system that's totally new, and all that stuff. So how much of that was simultaneously in one farm sim?
Yeah.
None of it. None of it. It was all that was in 19, that was in 17, that was in 15. And we try now to combine all that plus 200% of our stuff also on top. So yeah.
Yeah.
Just go with it, run with it with the 100% that we can deliver, and don't ask for 101%.
I'm not sure which one of the team it was when I started to throw out my brilliant ideas of how we could do some of those things, and they didn't actually laugh at me, but you could kind of hear it in the, you really don't understand how the game synchronizes, do you? Because I don't. And so yeah, it's going to be really hard to get in so many of these features when you're relying on updating the whole map. And the bit that's really hard is getting it to work on multiplayer.
Yeah. The 3D ground is not possible on so many ways. First of all, the compute power that you need at home, then the internet connection that you need to sync with the server, then the server power, then the engine power, and that you won't see probably for the next 10 years, because it's quite impossible. Because the stuff that people always say, yeah, in Mud Runner and all that, hey, this is utterly bullshit what is in there, because it's nothing else than that what Giants has, because they pull the texture a little bit more than Giants does. So, and they say we do it properly or we don't do it, and that's really what I say. Props to you.
Yeah, it feels like you'd kind of just end up feeling like you were driving over a silage clamp constantly, and the bit that would be, you've got crops growing in fields that are growing in what people want to be dynamic three-dimensional terrain, and
just imagine 300 features that change farm sim completely, and still there will be people, yeah, but I want 3D ground, I want dynamic ground, and what the
why haven't you worked on dynamic ground instead? Why haven't I got mud?
If we establish all the features that we are working on in farm sim, then you can think about the other thing. But first, the basics have to be done. Langer boy, the animal system doesn't need a rework. Not ours, because it's already done.
Yeah, you just need Terralife. That's because you watched the wrong people, Kartek.
I mean, as an educational purpose of the game, first starting with just keep your tractor from the soil if it's too wet, because all that is coming with Terralife is soil care. It's soil compaction and all that stuff. So you don't need to sink into the field. You don't have to show it because you don't have to be on the field then. And for those two actually happening sinking tractors in my career of 30 years in farming, it happened 2 times that I sunk in. 2 times. I really don't need that stuff.
Yeah. That's very harsh, Kartek. I am an excellent virtual farmer.
You can go to the animal system. I mean, it's not the newest version that is in your Glenga Boy, but just go to the animals. Have you bought any?
No, I don't have any animals brought on here. I have one field.
And now you know why I meant use the safe game.
Yeah.
So that I know that okay. Glenga, we have 4 growing stages for milk, for beef, and for breeding cattle. That means you have a calf, a young heifer, a heifer, and a cow. 4 visual models for each of them. For every animal, we have 10 or 12 different cow types. We have so much, and the 4 sliders that you had with Maze Plus, we have now 30 or 40 sliders. It is all so much, but you can show the new animal hut. that should be available. That's actually a new one.
This one?
No, where you were before, where Doika stands.
Yeah, there's no pens, so there's nothing to show.
Yeah, but you see the icon.
We've got the new icon, yeah.
Achim Mobile made a new animal overview, and he replaced it.
I'll make sure that if next time we stream, if we are not on the multiplayer server, I'll either grab the save off of the multiplayer server, or I'll set some animals up so we can go through it again.
Yeah, best thing is if you take the multiplayer server save game, then I know where you can show what.
Yep. Yeah.
Instead of first we are looking, oh, is it there or is it there?
Yeah.
So that would be the easiest way.
And I resemble that remark, 4D. I have no clue about farming beyond what I've watched on TV, but I fully admit that. So I am learning from everyone.
Yeah, because Disturbed doesn't need to know that much about farming. He just has to be the bridge between the non-native guys in the farming agency to the native and non-native English-speaking guys in the community, because it's much better for someone who is natively speaking English to explain to, for example, an Italian who speaks broken English. It's better for him to explain to him instead of me speaking broken English to another one broken English. So
yeah, you might not have meant me. It was meant kind of as a joke. Can we thresh alfalfa?
Yes.
Cool.
If you go to the overview of the selling points.
So we have.
You see, you have alfalfa. Is that's the corn, so to say.
Yeah.
Clover and fieldgrass are trashable. Fieldgrass was below haygrass, horsegrass, a little bit deeper.
Fieldgrass. And we've got all sorts of other grasses as well. So
yeah, and those are.
If we've covered it in some of the previous streams, going through all of the crops and stuff. So let's go back and have a watch of some of those, maybe.
Yeah, the problem is I have one stream I started at 5 minutes and went up to 40 minutes, where I explain, and this is the video that I always share. If people ask what is Terralife all about, it's so old already that it's maybe 1% of what we did,
Yeah.
but it's at least a beginning. But I don't have that in English.
Yeah. I was going to, for Glenn Garboy's question, apart from you listing them out, wasn't it in the last stream we went through all the animals?
No, but Timo, are still there? Bavarian Redneck, are you still there?
Yeah, he can take us through which ones
Yeah,
he
can.
he's putting in.
What we have, what we do. I mean, the Terralife is an ongoing project. Yeah, so we will have set up some bases in this farm sim, but it's part of a learning curve that we have because we found out very late that that the models, the animal models on Hof Bergmann were not made by them; they were bought. Otherwise, we had started much earlier. But now we bought the same models, and our Bavarian Redneck and Chisel, they are working on the animals, and they learn now on how to do their own models and all that stuff. That will be nothing for this farm sim anymore. For example, for have Highlands or stuff like that. But it's an ongoing process. So bear with us, stay with us. You will get this sooner or later, anyways. No, I don't speak French.
Me either.
My girlfriend says my French kissing is excellent, but speaking is not.
I did French in secondary school until I was 16, and I was awful at it.
I spoke French back in the days. I spoke, and I could speak Turkish too, but I never used it again. So I lost everything.
Yeah.
Everything. The only thing that I still have in my mind is fermer le sac de préusage et déposer le sur le sol. This is when I was on a boat tour and on the vomiting bag. To focus on the bag, I read in English, in German, in French. So that's the only thing. And I was 2 years ago. I was in France, in Wimereux. In Wimereux, that was very nice that I could get along with German and English.
I think I might have to ban you, Kartek.
This is something with the earlich. I don't get it. I really don't get it. What there is the difference? Wait, I have to bear with me just a second. Yeah, because there are different. So
what is
in my opinion,
what is earlage for us uneducated engineers?
earlich should be the maize silage that we are doing.
Okay.
So this is why I don't get it. What the difference is? Because when I'm googling, it should be corn silage is earlich, but let's have a look. Some choppers include whole component when the plant comes to the ornamental crushing of silage in the field. Feeding the panel. Notice the difference of consistency between silage and earlich, both cut on farms in western Kansas. Silage has much more roughage.
Please hold, listener.
Yeah. I think this earlich is basically it's basically that you chop everything except of the chaff.
Okay.
So you have some leaves in there, but no, if it's GPS, then it's corn silage because it's the whole crop. You have 3 different types of possible corn silages. One is the whole crop. Second is you harvest the corn. I don't know what kolben means.
Cob.
Yeah,
Is
you
it?
trash it. You trash it with a combine.
Yep.
Yeah, and then you put it through the mill, or you can chop the also the column, but with some leaves,
Mm-hmm.
and put it through a forage harvester.
Yep.
So I think there is the second one what I said with putting it through a forage harvester, but without the chef. Just the other thing is something that we thought about, but because that would be normally CCM,
Yeah.
corn cob mix would be then earlich, so to say, and the CCM that we are doing now in the game is the pure corn, and it's should have meant it should have be oh, what's the other word for it?
I guess.
Whole corn grain, something like that.
Okay. To be honest, we've got so many other things implemented that you can't implement every single different option.
CCM is the fine milled dry corn, right? Yeah, but the fine corn is not totally dry, but it's yes. So CCM, the CCM that we have in the game at the moment is that, but normally the CCM would be the earlich.
Okay.
If you would grind it.
So you're basically chopping the corn green and higher than you would normally for
Mm.
silage. So you've got less stalk.
Yeah, so there's not I can put it in the here's a good description. I put it in here and I will send it to SPM so that it
Mm-hmm.
don't get lost, that the link doesn't get lost. But to be honest, I am in no way a CCM fan at all, and not even a mice chopping fan. Who had have guessed by doing Mace Plus? It's because I hate it. As I wanted to have it easier. But the CCM is from our Elkie who brought it into FarmSim,
Mm.
and I'm really not totally into this stuff. We have so much new stuff now for silaging uh, with the sorghum on top,
Yeah.
and all the other silages. It would have been just another one unnecessary thing.
Yeah, and
Um,
that's kind of why I was scrolling through the list. It's like how many different options do you need for making different types of silage?
the CCM would normally be, and there's a thing in the, I think it's in the mistranslated or mistranslation. In Germany, we say CCM to if you harvest the corn with a combine and trash the single corn out of the thing, and then
Mm.
you grist it or grain, gristing, mill it.
Yep. Yep.
So
Mill. You don't.
then there is the second option with the forage harvester, but with the cutter from a combine. That means that you do not get any of the chaff into the harvester, but you get all the leaves that are around the corn
Yep.
within, and that you cut, and that you do silage, that it doesn't get grinded anymore.
Mm.
So that would be the earlich. But to be honest, this on top is very, very unnecessary
Yeah.
for the region here, and our partner Stade, who does the CCM mills, doesn't support it in that
Yeah.
way. So for us, it's very unnecessary.
Ask just in asking the question is absolutely fine. It's just that there's only so much we can implement, and as Paul said, that a lot of this of what's in is based on what's done in the regions of the maps that will be the
Yeah.
focus of the team, and also I think a lot of it is the focus of around how the guys involved have their own experience of real world farming. So
And you don't have to apologize for questions where you put effort in. So this is basically why we're doing these streams. They are
yeah,
more like podcasts and talk about the stuff that we are doing. and of course you can bring up ideas. Maybe I should say sorry if I came over a little bit harsh, because I get that asked a lot, really a lot.
I think that there's an element of quite often the way we answer questions might sound like you shouldn't have
Yeah.
asked it, and that's not at all the case.
It's just the amount of answers that we gave.
Yeah.
It's if you answer 20, 30 times the same question, we will do so, but it depends on the time. Like it's now late, then you're a little bit tired, and you say, "No, come on, not again." And it's not personal, so you can always ask. That's why we do these streams.
Definitely.
You are very, very welcome.
And speaking of the time, I am going to wrap things up, because I am, although I don't have my normal time limit because my family are on holiday, that does mean my dogs are all downstairs on their own, and they are suspiciously quiet.
But you still have internet. You still have internet.
So we had our internet fixed last week.
No, and the dogs didn't bite on it.
That's because the internet connection is upstairs. It runs up the outside of the house through the bedroom into the spare room. So
I have to make a last question for the chat and a suggestion for you. Would you mind to name the Thursday English streams also the nearly daily Farm Sim show?
We could also name it the Nearly Weekly.
No, it's just to keep up, and I would keep it up in the numbers.
Yeah.
So that we always know. No, I mean you always you do your numbers on your own, so that doesn't matter. So it's the fifth or the fourth English stream, but that we keep it with the Farm Sim show, and you make it a playlist for the Farm Sim show.
Yeah.
So that we can, if someone asks, that I can easily say go to the playlist Farm Sim show. Is it okay for you?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can sort that.
Just because to be a little bit upfront, to when we do the beta streams, there will be more playing and less podcasting. So that we can differ a little bit. That we can make one day the normal streams, and then we do the Farm Sim show, where we then focus on answering questions or giving some news and spoilers and all that stuff. And maybe we can do a second English stream where we really play together, that we focus a little bit more on playing.
Yep.
It was my idea. So
yeah, that's fine. I think you're right, Kartek. Sometimes we come across as a little defensive about how much is in there already. It's just like Paul says, sometimes you get tired of being asked the same questions many times. And I'm not even going to acknowledge your very, very, very amazing attempt at a joke.
Boom.
Kartek, he knows a little German.
What did he say?
He says he knows a little German. His name is the alien Paul.
No, that is not funny, because I'm not little. I'm tall, fat, old. There is no joke.
And see,
there is no joke.
And see his German, so he doesn't find it funny.
No, normally I would find it funny, because I know a little German. I know a little German. At least I know a couple of little Germans, but mostly the Brits are smaller.
But yeah, I think
I didn't get it. I didn't read it, so I'm sorry, Kartik. If this is all fine, all fine.
So one of the rules of my Discord, I think it's rule 47.3, is it's always Kartek's fault.
Nightcloak, go fuck off. Go fuck off, you Austrian wiener. He's from Vienna. In German, it is a wiener. Just guess who's on the joke now.
Yeah.
He has a small wiener, the wiener Austrian.
And it'll be coming to FS30 on console on Xbox 27, I believe. I'm definitely going to end it now. It's been.
I love Kartek. I love Nightcloak. I love them all.
It's been a long but interesting evening.
Glenga, it is the plan is to get as much as possible in PC version FS22, and Giants will look into it to make stuff possible for the next Farm Sim for console. That's the whole purpose on not the whole purpose, but it's a big part of getting giants into the boat by looking into stuff early. That for the next farm sim, with the old consoles gone, with very powerful consoles then on the market, we can give features to the console players too, because we all have the same hobby. We just have different tools with which we play, and we don't want to exclude the console players. Because me, on my part, I'm not PC master race, console blah. For me, we all have the same hobby. We all share the same interests, and so we're trying to get to. But for this farm sim, it's impossible with the old console still up and running.
Yeah. If actually the people that are watching probably don't care, but this will be up on YouTube tomorrow, probably. Depends how quickly I get it moved across, and hopefully we will be back next Thursday. I don't know whether it will be another one like this, or I think Paul, we might still be on your break, so we will probably do something very similar, and I will try and include some animals so that if any of you guys come back and want to see bits of what are in the animals, I'll show you what we can show so far.
Just don't count on me streaming next week. I think I think I'm very sure that next week I still won't stream.
Yeah, I will probably try and stream on Thursday still, unless I'm having a rough day. We'll see. Anyway,
Yeah, I would love to. I mean, we have something to share then.
yeah. Night, everyone.
Have a good one.